Everyone, it's Sunday. I'm in a pretty bad mood right now. Yeah. So I cross the border every day. Basically every day. I might take a day or two off depending on my work schedule. But more than likely I'm going to cross the border. Wednesday through Saturday, it'll probably take you between an hour to 2 hours to cross. Sometimes more, usually an hour to 2 hours. Sunday through Tuesday, it's gonna take you 4+. It usually takes me 4 hours. I feel like 4 hours, that's a good amount of time. One time, I don't know what, it's just 4th of July weekend. Everybody, I guess, decided to come to Mexico for the 4th of July. And it took me 7 hours. 7 hours to cross. It's never taken me that long before in my life. Like, that's, in the 5 years I've been crossing to Mexico, I've never taken 7 hours to cross. I just threw my hair up. Ignore my hair. Anyway, that's a long freaking time. Like, I'm bored. Why do you think I started making videos? I'm so bored. I'm sitting in line right now. Right now, I'm sitting in line. I get stressed out because, okay, so today, I don't work till 4:30, right? But we have a mandatory meeting, and I'm supposed to be there at 2:30. Do you know what time it is right now? Let me see what time it is. It's 1:30. That means I'm supposed to be there in an hour, which means I would need to cross in 45 minutes. Unless this thing, like, speeds up on turbo mode, I'm not making it. And it's really unfortunate because I woke up at 9 o'clock this morning, I left my house by 9:30, and I was in line by 10. That means I would have had 4 hours and 15 minutes, because it only takes me 15 minutes to get to work from the border. 4 hours and 15 minutes to cross the border. That should have been plenty of time. But for some reason, the line's not moving. It's not even that, like, it's long. It is long, but as long as, like, you're moving a car, okay? A few minutes later, a car, okay? Like, that's what it is. Like, you go to a booth, and you drive up to the booth, and then when you get there, you give them your identification, whatever. They ask you if you're bringing anything back, why you were in Mexico, where you're going, whatever your situation is. You tell them. They either want to search you, they either let you go, or you go to secondary. Those are the options. Okay, sometimes they get a little elaborate in the search right there. Like, if you want to search me that bad, just send me to secondary, because now you're holding up the line. That's just me. But I don't understand why we sit here for more than 5 minutes. Like, what are you doing at the booth that we can't move? Like, the line should be continuously moving every few minutes because the car's going. Like, unless they're shutting lanes down for like 10, 15 minutes at a time. I have to take General because I lost my passport. I have to cross through General now. And, oh my gosh, I swear, like, it's usually only one lane. It just takes forever. Usually it's not that bad, but Sundays, man, I can't deal. And then you have these rude ass people that come and cut in front of you, and it's like, dude, I'm waiting just as long as you are. Like, why longer than you are? Because you're trying to cut me. And then, like, I feel like because I'm going to be late, I want to go and cut somebody, but I don't have the heart to do that. And I don't want to deal with the drama because some people will freak out and, like, get out of their car and try and fight you. I've seen it happen. I have seen it happen. I've seen people get out of their car and fight or purposely hit the car because they cut. Like, people are crazy, let me tell you. They're crazy. It's not worth it to me. I'm not trying to fight nobody. I'm not trying to get my car messed up. Like, I just want to get to work. That's all I want to do is get to work. On time, preferably. Okay. Anyways, that's over. Now, I just saw a post. Okay, so Teen Mom. I love Teen Mom. I wasn't necessarily a teen mom. I got pregnant when I was 20 with my first baby. He was born, like, right before I turned 21. I wouldn't consider myself a teen mom. I was a single mom, and the only person I really had to help me was my mom and her husband, my stepdad. And, but mostly it was my mom, you know. I lived in their house, and she helped me with my baby and everything like that. So, I was pregnant the same time 16 and Pregnant came out. So, I watched that show. I mean, I was home pregnant. I wasn't working. So, I got into that show. And then they started doing Teen Mom. So, I followed that. And now they have, like, Teen Mom 2, Teen Mom OG. You know, I like all that crap. It's dramatic. It's entertaining. That's why it's on TV. So, anyways, I was on Facebook right now because when I'm in line and I'm super bored, I go through Facebook because there's really nothing else to do. Yeah, after you do your hair and your makeup, I get ready in my car because I know that I'm going to have to be sitting here for a while waiting. So that's where I get ready. I still have to do my hair. Ignore my hair. Like I said, I just threw it up right now. So, what was I saying? Teen Mom. So I just saw a clip of their new season episode, whatever. I haven't watched it, unfortunately. I don't have cable. Yeah. I just watch Netflix. I mean, it sucks, though, because I do like watching some reality shows, like Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Teen Mom. And then, like, you can watch them on the apps, but you have to have cable, like, to sign in with the thing. Like, I don't have cable. Sorry. Oh, I thought she was singing. Anyways, so I saw the clip, and it was a clip of Caitlyn and Tyler, and she had her new baby, Vita? They didn't say the name while they were on air, like I said, I haven't seen the show, so I'm not sure exactly how it's pronounced, but you know what I'm talking about, the new baby. And she's talking about breastfeeding. And she's saying how she's worried about, not necessarily, I don't think she said she was worried, but she's like, people are going to think that she's selfish because she doesn't want to continue breastfeeding. Caitlyn, who cares what people think? Like, that is one of, why do you care what people think about? If it's negative, if somebody has an opinion about you that's positive, that's amazing. It's something that's going to lift you up. It's something that's going to make you feel good. Like, cool. If somebody has something negative to say about you, like, ew, who are you? Who are you? Are you special? Like, probably not. You're definitely not relevant in my life, or else I would have asked for your opinion. I mean, especially being on TV, you have all these millions of people knowing your business, and then you gotta hear all their opinions. Get out. I breastfed. I attempted to breastfeed all 4 of my children. I was not successful with any of them. My last one I was able to do for like 2 weeks. And my first one I was able to do for like a month. But it didn't work out. With my second one, I got super, super sick. And I was on some hardcore medicine. And so I was having to do the pump and dump. I had a 6-year-old, the newborn. I was by myself at the time. My husband was incarcerated. And I couldn't do it. Pumping and dumping, and then having to actually feed her, and then being sick. I had a really bad, like, hospitalized kidney infection, and it was horrible. I was on IV meds and pain meds, and I just I couldn't breastfeed her, and I couldn't keep up with the pumping and dumping. I couldn't do it, and it wasn't okay for me to breastfeed her. What I was making because of the medication. So I didn't end up doing it. I dried up pretty quick. That was no problem. My first baby, I did breastfeed for like a month. I fought through it. It's really important for me to try. I mean, I feel like if you don't try, you should at least try. You know, I feel like that's something that I stand strong with. You should at least try. If it doesn't work, you tried. That's all that matters. At least you tried. You know, move on. Get your baby formula. As long as they're fed, that's all that matters. Fed is best, right? In my opinion. I know some of you do not agree with me, but whatever. So, where am I going with this? I don't even know. I'm just bored. Yeah, so she's like talking about how it's time consuming and it's painful, and girl, I feel you. Like, after the month, I couldn't do it anymore. I literally cried. I actually went to the hospital once because the pain, you have contractions when you breastfeed. Nobody talks about this, but you do. You have contractions like you're giving birth again. And I swear, I had an epidural, so I didn't really get to feel the full extent of the contractions. It was about when they first started in the beginning, I got the epidural. So I really only felt like the beginning of them. And even that was painful. So, and my second, I didn't have an epidural, so I know what they feel like. And trust me, this was a freaking full-on contraction that I got when I was breastfeeding my first baby. And I thought I was dying, and it didn't go away, because usually you contract and they go away, contract and go away. But this didn't go away. I felt like I'd been stabbed in the stomach, and like it was like lasting for over 10 minutes. My mom like rushed me to the hospital. We didn't live far, and it's funny, like 5 minutes later after getting there, it went away. But it was the worst feeling ever, and my nipples were in so much pain. Everybody's like, oh, then he's not grasping right. He's not grasping right. Oh my God. If anything is being sucked on for that long of a time, it's gonna freaking hurt. Like, it's gonna hurt, period. Especially how sensitive your nipples are. Get out of here. It hurts, okay? It fucking hurts. Shut the fuck up if you think it doesn't. Eventually, I'm sure, yeah, your boobs will get used to it and it won't hurt anymore. But in the beginning, that shit hurts, okay? I don't care what you say. That shit hurts. So, if you can't take it, move on. I did. I couldn't take it anymore. I tried it. I couldn't do it. Second baby, yeah. Third baby, I had a 10-month-old, a 7-year-old, and a newborn. I couldn't sit long enough to, again, on my own, my husband was incarcerated. I couldn't sit long enough to breastfeed her and take care of my 10-month-old. I would try and sit them both on the bed with me. I would try, and I mean, the baby, especially in the beginning, she has to eat like basically every hour. She's basically like glued to you, especially in the beginning, because you're not making that much milk. Like, so, you know, I basically had her like connected to my boob for like 20 hours of the day, I'd say. And I had a 10-month-old I was taking care of. Like, that shit's hard. I couldn't do it. I couldn't. I'm like changing diapers one-handed while I'm holding one to my boob, trying to change the other one. She's bringing around a 10-month-old. Come on. Get out of here. And I know I'm not the only one. I know there are also other moms who have kids that are close in age. And I mean, can you just imagine? I didn't have the help. I didn't have the support system. It wasn't possible. Fourth baby, I did it for like 2 weeks. I ended up getting, I think it's called mastis. I don't know. My nipples turned green. Okay. It turned green and crusty, and there was like green shit coming out, and it was fucking disgusting, and it was not the business. And I wasn't gonna feed that to my son. And I was in Mexico. I couldn't see the doctor. I was like far away in Mexico. I wasn't like right there by the border. I was like 8 hours away from the border. And I wasn't gonna drive 8 hours to go and have somebody check my boobs. Like, it was clear that they were infected and it wasn't gonna work out or go down. So I stopped breastfeeding. I went to formula. You know what? All 4 of my kids are perfectly fine, super healthy, 100%. So pretty sure most moms who formula fed their children are just fine too. I say most because stuff happens, but I highly doubt it was because of formula. So, yeah. But I mean, also, if you can breastfeed and it works for you and you got it, more power to you, girl. Like, get it. Get that baby's, fed. It's cheaper. It's easier to bring around because it's just connected to your body. You can do it wherever, whenever. I've seen girls in the car, like, just lean over the car seat. Like, that's hilarious. Although I did see one disturbing picture once. It was kind of disturbing because the child was probably, like, 5. And they were playing baseball. And the mom literally had her boob through the gate. Like, the baseball gate. Baseball field, and like that gate that goes around it, like where they're pitching or where they're gonna hit the ball or whatever. She literally had her boob through the gate, through like the chain link, the holes in the gate. She had her boob through it, and he was eating during the game in front of everybody, like at 5 years old. Like, that was a little much for me. I just feel like at that point, you know, that's something. You just can't pump it and give it to him? Like, I understand it's healthier, like, awesome, but I don't know. I just feel like at a certain age, that's enough. You know, 5, I think that's enough. To straight, like, let your kid be on your boob. It's kind of weird, no? I'm probably going to get backlash for saying that, but it's kind of how I feel. I'm not saying it's bad. If you're breastfeeding your kid and he's 5, like, good for you. But me personally, I would feel uncomfortable putting my boob in my 5-year-old's mouth. You know? I just feel that's, like, creepy to me. That's not something I'm comfortable with. If I was still making milk, though, heck yeah, I'd freaking pump it all day and feed it to all my kids. Why not? It's healthy. So, yeah. Yeah. And while I'm at it, I also add, if you pump in public, pump in public. And if somebody says something to you, you tell them to go fuck themselves, because you're feeding your baby, dude. Tell them to shut the fuck up. Like, mind your own business. Again, why do you care what other people think about you if it's a negative? If it's negative, who the fuck are you? If you're my husband, if you're my mom, if you're my dad, if you're my family, if you're my friends, if you're a good friend of mine and you have a legitimate opinion about something that you feel like you need to share with me, by all means, I will listen to you and I will take in what you say. I'm pretty open-minded. But if you're some random ass person that I don't know and you feel like you need to give me your 2 cents about my life, and then you don't know shit, like, get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. So for those of you on reality TV that let all that shit get to you, get the fuck out of here. We all know that we don't see everything. You guys edit that shit and kind of decide what goes on, what doesn't go on. You guys decide what you talk about, what you don't talk about. We don't see everything. We don't know the whole story. There's shit that you don't want to tell people. I totally get that. It's called privacy and everybody should have it. And don't, if you hear somebody talk, oh no. If you hear somebody talking shit about you, don't even listen to them. Just in one ear and out the other, for real, because that shit's some fucking bullshit. Look at, I've barely moved. Look, let's see what time it is now. 1:46. 15 minutes and I've barely moved. I'm so fucked. I'm probably gonna get fired after this, but no, I'm just kidding. I shouldn't get fired. Hopefully I would get fired. This freaking sucks. Yeah. Get a Century Pass or have your passport card so you can use the ready lane, because using the general lane is not the business. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my hair today. Figure it out. Alright. I don't know what else to say anymore. So, yeah. Have fun. Happy Sunday. Go to church. Say your prayers. Love your family. Talk to you later.